Hello everybody, it's James Erickson with EMC Dental Marketing at emcdental.com. I just walked into the office today and I sat down and I wanted to record a video because I wanted to show you what I do right away in the morning. That's something that every dentist out there should be doing to keep track of where the dental industry is and even get some new dental marketing ideas. So as you can see, I'm here at Yahoo website and I'm going to go ahead and go to google.com. You should be pretty familiar with it as the popular search engine. I go to google.com and instead of entering a search here, I'm going to go up to this corner where it says news. And I'll click on that and you see all the news stories from around the nation that Google has brought together to this one web page. Well, there's another search bar up here, and what I wanted to show you was we go to that search bar and we type in dentist. And now what it gives us is it gives us results for news about dentists from the world, from the nation. We can also narrow it down by date. Usually this gives you the top dental news from today, so this is the most recent news. But you can also go back and see what happened in the last hour, the last day, the last week, past month. You've got the 30s. I don't know how you get the 1930s, how Google has done that, but I might go and click on that later to check it out. But here's all the headlines from around the nation in smaller newspapers or in the world. As you can see, New Zealand here, here's Australia, here's the UK. So there's a lot of news here that you can pick up on. And what I do is I go through these and I say, okay, well, what's this dentist doing in New Zealand that's making news? Or what's this dentist doing in Australia that's making news? Let's go ahead and click on this one from Australia, and it's going to take us to an Australian newspaper site, the Sydney Morning Herald, which probably sounds like a pretty big paper. But it says, work on your teeth costing as much as a home deposit in Australia can be done for a third of the price overseas. So this talks about the threat or the opportunity, depending on what side you're on, of the dental tourism. Going somewhere else like New Zealand, or going to, it looks like, I want to say India, Philippines, Thailand, India, Hungary, or Poland. People are leaving Australia to go there to get their dental needs met because the cost in Australia is so high. So let's go ahead and go back to Google News and we'll take a look at one that's from here in town. It's one I already visited this morning. Smiles are the golden rule for Parkway Dentist. And this is from West Roxbury. I'm quite unsure where it is as far as a state, but basically this dentist is just talking about how it's hard to be a dentist because people think dentists are monsters, and that he tries to give his patients what he would expect. And it's a great idea because this dentist has now made news for doing absolutely nothing, doing something that every dentist should be doing. And he's got a lot of quotes in here. Obviously this came from a press release that was distributed for him, or he distributed himself, that talked about how he provides. So we go back to this Google dentist. Alzheimer's dentist may lose license, activist and first dentist. There's another search I like to do after I do dentist. I like to search for dental. And what that does, it gets things that talk about dental practice or dental care or dental hygienist. So here's a note from Israel, a dream how to be a dental hygienist. Aetna introduces, so there's news for dentists. Potency of herbs in dental care, here's something from Washington. Lincoln Way Dental offers a full range of services. So here's one from Illinois that once again is a dentist making news for not really doing anything special. It says Lincoln Way Dental offers a full range of services. So they're talking about how 31 years, Dr. Dean Park, they talk about the doctors here. Maybe not the most creative of stories that they could have put out about themselves, but once again, they're in the Beacon News, which is probably their local newspaper, and now they're going to be looked at as a higher level, as building credibility. And I get that question a lot, James. How do I build credibility in my dental practice? You know, you want to give away discounts, or you want to do something to get patients in the door, but what I really want to do is I want to build credibility. And news articles are one of the best ways to build credibility out there. So we look down here, searches related to dental. So let's go ahead and click on dentistry and just see what pops up. Now I haven't looked at this, but here's estrogen layer may curb spread of HIV, questions about conscious sedation dentistry. So here's something, if you're promoting sedation dentistry, here's just basically an article, and it looks like it's a syndicated article, so somebody's written an article and submitted it to an article vault, I guess you could call it, an article vault for conscious sedation. Now if you search conscious sedation, it's probably going to pop up. It's also considered news by Google. Starting salary won't hurt a bit, so here's something that talks about a new salary. But basically, let's move from there. What's the takeaway, or what's the homework that you can do? The biggest thing you can do is probably implement in this practice. Go to news.google.com and search for both dental and dentist, and see what pops up, and see where opportunities lie that maybe you hadn't thought of before, that another dentist in another market is making work for him. It's getting him in the local paper, it's getting him on the internet. All of these news stories, especially something like this Lincoln Way Dental offers full range of services, this will help you in your searches. If somebody does a search for Lincoln Way Dental or Illinois Dental, this will pop up on the normal Google rankings as a brand new news story, and Google puts those things together. So go to news.google.com either each morning or every week, maybe every other day. Just try and make it a routine to see what's popping up and what you can take away from this, and how you can apply what these other dentists have applied from around the world to get themselves in the news. Visit emcdental.com for more dental marketing articles, as well as all the information on our turnkey dental marketing services.